Peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings. This is your brother Sean Ali and your little sister. Where you at? Gabby, the queen. Sorry. Listen, we just out here, and as we are out here, sunbathing, right? And we are connecting with the earth. And it's mental health awareness month, right? And when we are looking at mental health, you have to go to the brain and you have to go to the mind, right? So when we are looking at the brain and the brain in the is where the action, that's the computer of the body. So we have these senses that are always receiving energy because everything is energy, right? So our eyes are right there. So the opticals are receiving energy, the ears are receiving energy, the touch, our skin is receiving energy, right? The taste and the smell, we're receiving energy. So the brain, that's that processing center, right? The mind is our ability to effectively use that brain, to effectively use this body to effectively enjoy and experience heaven in abundant life, right? So that's a process. And when we are looking at the health and wellness involved with mental health, you have to come outside and you have to surround yourself with oxygen, sunlight, and the beauty of nature. Because when you put yourself in this type of environment, all of them senses that I just talked about, right? See, now your eyes, you're looking at the beautiful hues of blues and greens and yellows. And over here we have some blackberries that's growing. And as you're watching these things develop, you're watching fascination. Look, you got red out here, you got yellow. So when you coming out, you got beautiful flowers, right? Boom. So we got honeysuckles. So when you come outside, look, see, you got your senses. Look, they are alert. Man, then you get that breeze coming through and your touch is activated and you are smelling the grass and the wood and the dust and the dirt, right? And the foul. So when we are looking at mental health, right, it is imperative that we surround. Did you hear that? Yeah, that's probably that crane. No, it's probably that crane. But look, but listen, when you and bring your children, so they can learn how, and just like we are trying to break generational curses, let's set generational standards and generational habits and generational practices. So let us develop generational practices of health. Let us come outside and explore. Find yourself, look at those ducks. See, find yourself a beautiful spot that you can come and reconnect with the earth because we are made of atoms, right? So when we are looking at health and wellness of the physical body, we are made of atoms. And at the root of health and wellness, you have something called free radicals, right? And this is an atom with that's imbalanced, unstable, or basically missing an electron, right? Because atoms to be stable, their outer electron shell has an even number, right? So they have an even number on the outer electron shell. And this is help makes them stable. A free radical is basically an atom that's lost an electron on its outer shell and it's become imbalanced, it's become unstable, and it wants to go and take an electron from one of its brother or sister atoms. And this is at the root of cancer and at the root of a death, because at an atomic level, this is how we get sick. Now, the opposite of that, or how we balance that, is what they call antioxidants. Now, just like you have an atom with a missing electron, an antioxidant is an atom that either has in extra electron, or it can give an electron freely without becoming unstable. If that makes sense. See, so an antioxidant is the solution to going to that atom and saying, here, in the Nation of Islam, we say, if I have a bowl of soup, my brother is entitled to half that bowl. And look at that concept on a scientific level, right? That we have on a atomic level, when the atom has an imbalance, an atom with the energy or the strength enough to say, here's an electron, and it causes balance in both. Wow. And that's the basis of healing, right? So when you look at antioxidants that in these electrons, there is no better antioxidant than the earth that we are on. See what my daughter is doing? This is what we do. We come out and we ground and we sunbathe, right? And we connect with the earth. And by connecting with the earth, by grounding, right? By having no resistance between you and the earth. All of them electrons, that the earth is a big ball of mass. So it's you, our material comes from the earth. The food that we grow comes from the earth. Grounding is our ability to receive those electrons without having to eat. So in the Nation of Islam, we have a teaching in How to Eat to Live that fasting is the cure. Well, how do you get the substances that you need without eating? You come out and you sunbathe. And as you're sunbathing, you're grounding. You're putting your hands and your feet in the earth. And your body will do the rest. Just like your body will naturally convert that UVB ray into cholecalciferol or vitamin D3 when you ground. Look at the roots of a plant and look at your toes and your hands. They resemble that for a reason, right? So when we're looking at mental health and wellness, right, it's incumbent for you and I to put ourselves and our children in a natural environment where there's fresh air. Air comes from the plants. They are the producers of oxygen. So the brain needs, in every breath we take, the brain is reported to receive 20% of every breath we take. When you lack oxygen, your brain cells start to die, right? You have 4 minutes without oxygen before you start to be totally comatose. So when we are looking at this, I just wanted to come with a brief message that as we are out here enjoying our day, enjoying the sound and the energy and life, because life begets life. So if you're not around life, then how can you beget life? Then if you're not around life, what are you around? If you aren't around fresh oxygen, what is in your environment? Is it refrigerated, recirculated, air conditioned? See, plants produce oxygen. They take in our CO2 and they exhale O2. That's all you gotta do. That's it. Listen to me. You can't supplement that. I don't care. I know how good they make it sound, but how you gonna supplement what God put in out here for free? He created the cycle of the sun and photosynthesis. Through the process of photosynthesis, The plants make carbohydrates and oxygen. That's a process he created. The same way he created a process that says you are all God. So listen, if you can't supplement coming out here and sunbathing and getting oxygen, because what are you gonna, the supplement to coming outside is being on a ventilator. See, this is where you develop the strength in your lungs and your respiratory system. This is where you develop, and your respiratory system is a part of your cardiovascular system, because the main function of the heart is to go to the lungs to get oxygen. Then it goes back to the heart. That's called the pulmonary circuit. And once that oxygenated blood comes back to the heart, now it's dispersed through your arteries to feed your cells in your body. So breathing and coming outside, we looking at mental health and wellness. You can't get it without being out. You can't. Look, you gotta come out and look at all these beautiful colors. You ready? Finish our walk. No, we're finishing our walk. So family, listen. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to bring out your family. We're not just wanting to break generational curses. We want to set generational health habits, right? So come outside, get your life, family. I'm your brother Sean Ali and your little sister, your big sister. Say goodbye. Bye. All right, family. Come outside, get your life, right? Love, peace, and happiness. Peace. Hit the button.